was a gun.
I'm not voting.
If we want to build our nation.
The problem with the Somalians.
Just want to experience something else than a black man.
Move on, move
Can't be like a horse with blinkers.
Honestly say, I was about to have sex and then I pulled
crap, but it's nice.
My name is Sinisa Monagadi. I'm an education activist in Equal Education.
My name is Songose. I stay in Kailicha. I'm an activist at Equal Education.
My name is Kuluma Mihlali. I am an activist. I'm an education activist from Equal Education.
My name is Esetu Plagi. I live in Kailicha. I'm an education activist in Equal Education.
My name is Penatis Sakele from Kailicha. I'm an education activist from Equal Education.
Hi, my name is Asisi Bombana. I'm an equal education activist.
We're not against the government. We're trying to work together with the government. We're trying to assist the government to see as injustices that are happening in our education, for example. That is our main cause is equal education. That government should notice that there is injustice that is happening.
My point, guys.
You see,
platforms.
we need
So platforms is suka kuti, ne?
So these are the
social movements as far as equal education and some of those platforms.
Must be conscious that this is not a conducive space for me to learn. I didn't know that when I was in grade 8. I just enjoyed the room with 60 learners. And I was so happy if the teacher didn't come and check my book. I laughed that day because I know I haven't done my homework. But now I see, like, I was lost. You understand?
That's the problem with the system. You don't compete with your age. If you're 10 years old and there's a rich or a white or a capitalist son that is also 10 years old, you don't compete at the same level. The kind of soccer he plays or she plays is not the kind of soccer we play in Nekas. The kind of education he receives and the kind of education we receive is not the same in Nekas. So when we reach university, you reach grade 12, or you reach grade 12 at the same time, look at the quality of education that is being provided to me, and we are expected to write the same paper. This kid in lectures, smart boards. They were 13 in class. They were 13 in class, we were 60. That is the huge inequality. That's what we have. We have broken windows. They don't have broken windows. They have security guards. We don't have Obama. They can't even fight those gangsters. So you have teachers that are lazy, even in classroom. Not lazy, but not motivated enough to produce this quality education that we're talking about. So people we compete to in our age, that are privileged, we don't compete in the same way. But when we get to varsity or to higher education, we are expected to apply for the same course that this kid is doing or we are hoping to achieve. People wanted to be pilots, scientists. Where are those people now? They are teachers, security guards, policemen, traffic. They don't have passion to become policemen. That's why we don't have police that are qualified to be in those places, because it's all about I'm hungry. I have to eat at the same time. So people don't go to their careers because they are passionate about the careers, but because of the situation and because of the allocation of resources that we're talking about. That's why you get to
But if you look at our education system as a whole, guys, it's conservative. I'll tell you why. And also, by conservative, in some sort of way, we contribute to it being conservative. And when I say conservative, it conserves the idea that apartheid instilled into people. You know, you still realize that university, if you have a staff for to apply, you know, because university. So white kids, as soon as they go into high school, they're equipped to literally at them house, we are in university. But if you look at black kids, and then by grace, let's say I have money pasar university, but you can't feed me the university. I'm full, but I'm thinking of my family back home. So either way, I'm not drop out because you feeding me right now, making me think of the now, but the family has nothing. So in a way, our system is conservative in that you still get the white kid going to school and succeeding over the black kid, and only a select few of the black will actually go to university and actually become what they wanted to be. Because slowly, those dreams unazo from primary school, they literally obliterated as you grow up. Because you had ideas when you were in primary back. I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna do this. And we always say, Wafika camps ruined it. because you were literally like, ah, man, this maths and science, I can't do it because I don't have a tutor. These teachers are not motivated. So what do? I try and do my best. You do your homework, but how do you do your homework when you don't know how to do it? How do you do your homework when your mother can't help you because she never did math and she don't even understand what you're talking about?
If you can record, grade R learners, and I interview them one by one. What do you want to be when you grow up? They will say so many things. Then interview those same learners in grade 12. What do you want to be when you grow up? Now that you've grown up to go to universities, different story. Soccer, rugby, cricket, writers, poets, musicians, all of those kind of things. You can't ask. If I said to my mother when I was in grade 11 that, listen, ma, I want to be a writer, like Shakespeare or whoever. What? No, you must be crazy. You must be crazy. What are you going to eat? And all of those kind of things. You're going to eat books. So you had to find a career that is suitable to also convince your parents that if I'm a soldier, they know how much soldiers pay. Because my neighbor is a policeman, he's driving a TSI, and you have a nice house. So what we see is what convinces us to be where we are today. Because all of those dreams that we're talking about have faded away because the kind of system or the kind of education system that you are under don't allow you to explore, to become many things. How many black scientists do we have? How many inventors do we have? As black inventors do we have? How many people have produced new cars, new bicycles, innovation? Because we don't have that kind of space because you are told that it's maths and science, you will do biotechnology. You get to your first year, you can't compete with the learners that went to private school or formal model schools because the kind of education they received is not the same because you started to pass. You didn't study to learn and be able to question Einstein, to question all of this kind of stuff. Why did you say that?
To even question it, you studied to know things. You apply 1 + 1 is equal to 2. That's what we use.
Why is 2?
Why is 2?
You said it's 2.
There's no space for you to question that because your teacher will tell you that, listen, it's 2, end of story. If you want to pass my child, it's 2.
So even now, if you check on your point now, if you check now, we don't have one thing triggered me. You talked about inventors. You look at Einstein. We always, ever since in high school, I've been learning about it because on Newtons, and I've been learning about methyl weight, and then I was like, what is a methyl? How am I supposed to pass if I don't see what are we talking about here? We don't have the practicals. You only just write methyl weight. You don't even have a picture of methyl weight. I think also we have to produce inventors as in Jango. It's been Einstein. How many years of Einstein? Those systems, I think those systems are saying so Einstein. If you look at the system back in the days, whereby when you want to be to know nature or when you love nature, then you are given a chance to go and demand and go and explore. You see, that's the kind of education system that you want to see when learners go out from high school to be able to say no. Now I had this education, I was safe at school, and then I had a laptop and then a computer. Now I want to go and then stay and write a book about my life. You see, and relax.
And then you can be that writer you wanted to.
Yes. And that's why our black elites or black graduates don't contribute to the economy of South Africa. Because our phones are invented by Chinese. Our cars, Germans, everything is always foreign to us because we don't produce our own things. So that's why you don't contribute to the economy. So that's why the capitalists will distance themselves to us because you don't contribute. We don't contribute. You don't do anything. You don't produce. There are so many things that we can invent, but you don't give it a platform because when you're in grade 12, you are told that, listen, this is the way to go. Be a teacher because it's easy and there's funding. Be a policeman because it's like 12 months training. Then you become be a traffic. All of these kind of things. That's why we don't have the platform to contribute. Write our own books. Tell our own stories. There's things that we are saying now. Can write a book by them, but who will buy that book? Where are the resources to write that book?
You see, with us, we live in the cycle of life. You get born, you grow up, you go to primary school, high school, If you're fortunate enough to pass grade 12, then you can go to university. But there's also that reality that there's black tax within us.
Yeah.
If you go to university, if you're fortunate enough, you go to university and then get a job, then you have to go back and support your family, your siblings, your parents, everyone back home, great uncle, aunts, build their houses, support them, pay their debts, all of those things, pay their funeral covers, all of those things. And whether you're a lawyer or not, and if you're a lawyer, maybe fortunate enough you're a lawyer, and then when we see you, what kind of profession are you? Are you a lawyer? Wow, you're a lawyer, but you're not even driving a car. We don't understand that what's happening with you is that you're facing black tax as a black person. So I think apart from having equal education as a platform for youth and to change the inequalities of the education system, we need more of things, organizations or spaces that you can use. Maybe within the communities where we have our councillors, we can have a youth desk, we can have talks like this, we can invite people for workshops or trainings and stuff, we can assist them to get to universities, we can even have sessions of having inventors, as you guys are saying, all of those things. But we can't have one model of assistance for black people.
Most of the issues that we are addressing, Tina, we address them into government. You see, that's the problem now. You know, because now we think the government is gonna solve everything for us. That's the ideology, the thinking that now we have to like eliminate first. Yeah, that the government is gonna provide us everything. You know, I think before we go to government to provide us everything, government must be not like must
equip us.
No, the government is like in Zautinina. Yes, is controlling. The government is controlling our societies now, because we have like all the structures. If you look at our structures, we have what do you call it? Councillors, all those things. Yeah, we have imagine a budget. How do we get a budget for e-housing and all that stuff? It starts from national, comes to provincial, to local. You see, those things like in us, we have to look who's on us, but like which spaces where we can like address issues zetu. And we are rushing to address issues before Tina we like discuss them. Because look at men are trash. For an example, men are trash. We had men are trash, but like also those women who were part of men are trash and also people who were supporting, some of them didn't understand about what is men are trash. You see, that was the problem, because when you were part of Men Are Trash, but your sister at the back doesn't understand what is Men Are Trash, but you're busy mobilizing other people to go to Men Are Trash.
And she's also mobilizing other people.
You see now, so those are the things that I'm saying, like now, when we're addressing the issues, we have to like look at who is affected about these issues, and then try to discuss these issues. But how do we address these issues? Yeah, but what do we want to see, Tina, after addressing these issues?
Where are the platforms to do those things?
We can create our platforms. We don't need the government to create these platforms for us. That's why I was saying, like, we have to think, we have to use a creative thinking also, because it's not only about politics if you need to address issues. Because now we use the politics and activism as if like it's the only way to address issues, of which it's not.
My dream is an equal and a just society for everyone living in South Africa, and to kind of contribute of making that equal and just society in South Africa.
My dream is to become an actor so that I can tell all of those stories which are happening and my experience of life.
My dream is to see a liberated black child, and more especially to see a liberated girl child.
One of my dreams is to become a teacher. I would really love to see young black people making education one of their priorities in their lives.
My dream is to become a motivator to some young entrepreneurs who want to create a system whereby we will be calling it a black capitalist system,
My dream is to become a leader, and I've been sort of living that dream by being part of this organization.